Hello, everyone. I hope that you had a good trading week so far. And a good trading week does not mean that, you just made money. It could mean that you followed your risk and due to that, you are now break even. Or it could mean that you took a loss, but you followed your risk, so you didn't lose too much. Or, of course, it could mean that you made money, right? So, yeah, and still, I'm struggling with my voice, as you can hear, right? But that will not stop me, right? I just want to make sure that, you can understand me. I'm clear enough, right? And my words are not too, I don't know, light. I don't know if that's the right word to use. So, yeah, if you guys realize, yesterday and Monday, we did not have, right, good price action, which is exactly what we expected. Bad price action, right? And why is this? This is due to the fact that we have FOMC in 8 minutes or so, around 8 minutes, which should give us a good deal of volatility. You know, due to the fact that we are near all-time highs in regards to the index futures, right? So the market needs to, calibrate itself. The algorithm needs to change, the position of each of these assets due to the fact that right now there's nothing, that looks valid, nothing that looks high probability, nothing that, makes algorithmic sense. So now, guys, sounds like you're going through it. I am. It's fine. You'll survive. So yeah, you can see that for the S&P 500, we have relatively equal highs here. Right? Of these highs, I would see these as, equal highs actually. Some people wouldn't, due to the fact that this is, barely pushing above this high right here. What makes this low probability right now is, due to the fact that, and remember this, right? Not because, right, or better, it's better that I say it this way. Just because, right, price is low probability, that doesn't mean that you can't find a trade. That just means that the trade will not pan out as you wish, right? That's what it means. That is what it means, right? Someone's asking if this is just sound. No, you should. I'm not sure why you're not seeing it, but that's a personal issue, right? So here, S&P 500, relatively equal highs. Here, right, we have this low right here, right, and this is visual, right? This is easy to see. So we have liquidity below this low, liquidity above this high, right here. Here you can see that the Nasdaq is in premium, actually in premium right now. The Dow is in discount, right, in relation to this high and where price is now in regards to the Dow. And for the Nasdaq, from this low to this high, you can see that we have low probability conditions, right? So here we had price trending and falling back within the range, right? So right now, this is a consolidation market profile. This right here, you can see that we are, in premium, we traded above this high. There is still liquidity above this high as well, right? Right here. And for the Dow, we are in discount. So what we want to see is we want to see the markets, become, symmetrical. We want to see them doing the same thing, right? We don't want to see each right asset right here doing this right now. There are times when you can trade the volatility of FOMC, whereas you would enter before, right? You would enter before the volatility has been introduced to the marketplace. But here, right, we don't have that opportunity due to the fact that we have, no, clear direction of price, right? We do not have any clear direction of price. We could see, price take some sell side liquidity, and, go a bit higher before, dropping, right? And that is totally, me due to the fact that I do not like to see these, right? These highs right here. It's just too clean, right? It's definitely too clean. If you guys know, right, we have been bullish for the last few weeks, I believe. So last few weeks, right? Literally, right? We've been calling for higher prices before, there was even a sign of a rally, right? Price was trading into what would be a bearish fair value gap for most people, but for us, we knew that would become a inverse fair value gap, and we would, eventually use that for the continuation of price going higher. Here, you can see that we don't have symmetrical markets here either, right? Here, for the British pound, what can you see? We can see the British pound literally doing the opposite of what the euro is doing, right? Whenever you have, conditions like this, just as how we just explained with the NASDAQ and the Dow, you wait. You wait for price to, run liquidity. So today, what should we do? Wait for the volatility to be, dispersed within the market. Wait for the volatility to be injected into the marketplace, which should make the market one-sided after, at least 15 minutes or so. Give me 1 second. So yeah, for the interest rate trials, and of course, you should know that the interest rate trials control the market, right? Every market is controlled by interest rates, right? So, for example, there are some talks about the Fed, stopping hikes the interest rates or lowering interest rates, which would be good for the dollar and bad for the indices and the forex market. So here now you can see price dropping. It's 2 o'clock, right? Reaching for this low right here. Just pay attention to this. This is the boring part of, trading, waiting, just looking at price and waiting for, something that normally happened to, perform, waiting for your setup to form. Also for NVIDIA, you can see that we have these highs, right? These clean highs right here. Right, which was, one of the reasons why we expected, higher prices for the index futures, right? Due to the fact that NVIDIA carries a lot of weight. So whenever you have a asset, the asset that carries the most weight in either the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, right? You should use that asset, right? For example, for NVIDIA, you would use it for the NASDAQ, right? Compare it to NASDAQ. Look for sequential SMT between NVIDIA and the NASDAQ. And here you can see that we did get the liquidity below this low. Here you can see that we are still going lower. Here I have liquidity of this high. Liquidity US dollar. And still, all of this is, low probability price action, right? Why? Why is that? It's not always low probability, it's just now, right? On a regular day, right, the British pound should be mirroring or, moving in tandem, moving in the same direction as the euro. Here it's not. So what is the smart thing to do? What should you do? Wait until it is doing so. Here, right, he saw that drop of price, went for these lows. These highs here, you can see these relatively equal highs. This is what I would see as a, draw on liquidity. And here we have the same thing as well. On the lower time frame, you can see here that we have a, alignment of price, or a better alignment of price per se. This is the 5-minute time frame. Here, you can see that we traded above, well, we closed above this fair value gap. Here, we didn't. And here, we didn't. We closed within it. I am so sick right now. It's crazy. Let's see. Let's see if we get anything here. I know it's like, you're not marking everything out. I never do that. It's better this way to, be looking at, charts like this. I believe we used to do that, like when we usually, well, in the first few months. Now, I believe that you guys have like X-ray vision. You can see anything without even marking. That's right. Another thing, which I, usually do is, looking at the amount of time that's left within each candle, right? So this is the 5 minute time frame. We have less than a minute left for this candle to close, right? That's something that I pay attention to as well. So 28 seconds left. So yeah, the so far the only volatile, part that we experienced was the, hunt for liquidity, which happened when price traded below this low for the S&P 500. even though, right, this is quite boring, right? This is good. This is, exactly what you want, and this is exactly how you want to see price. Boring. Shouldn't be exciting. Shouldn't be, right? You shouldn't be screaming every time price goes in the direction that you anticipated, right? It should be boring, just as how, it is now. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the same thing in the morning, and I'm, well, pretty sure that, right, we should have more excitement than this. Remember when I said that the interest rate chart controls the markets, right? You can see that since, right, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is today, right? We've had all, you know, all of these candles just, being, doing, right, the same thing, which is consolidating. They've been at the same place and they're around the same size. Currently 2:15 afternoon session. If price holds off from this low today, right, which is currently the low of the week and the low of Wednesday, right, then we will see something interesting tomorrow. When looking at Nvidia, I compare it to the Nasdaq. So to recap, right? We saw price run below this low, right? As one would, want to see. After which we had some, a bit of upside, price trading back above this low. But we don't have the, liquidity to, or sequential SMT, which would cause price to reverse. Another thing is that we are in the afternoon session, whereas we usually have a low amount of volatility as we close the day. I think I'll just, I'll leave it here right now due to the fact that, we don't have much to do. So we'll be back tomorrow at around 8:15, 8:20, before we get this, news event release. Also, we have Flash BMI tomorrow as well. So we should have a good amount of volatility. Stop hunts which occur with news events usually lead to a reversal, right? So we need news events. That's what we need. We need news events to allow price to turn around. We need news events to confirm sequential SMT. We need news events to confirm precision swing points. And yeah, we have NVIDIA earnings today, I believe. So that should, shake the market up a bit. I'll be with you guys tomorrow, right? In the morning. Hopefully I feel, or I get much better. So yeah, we'll speak tomorrow in the morning, of course, and I will be updating you guys in the morning, right, with charts, of course, to let you know what we should be focusing on, just as how I've outlined here. Hopefully tomorrow we have, the index futures trading in the, same direction. So if you have sequential SMT, right, and it's bearish, more than likely the Dow will make the lower low. Whenever we have we have stagnation of price action, we have price consolidating, which is what you would want to see. And here we have the dollar going for the draw on liquidity, which we highlighted. So now we have the dollar going up. We have the euro, dropping. and the British pound, pulling back a bit. Here we have price make a new low of the week, taking out this low. So yeah, tomorrow we will be back. Hopefully we have better conditions. And we'll talk tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, everyone.